Good evening, everyone. Dean Manheimer here. Welcome. It is a privilege and a pleasure on my part to be able to share with you tonight what I call the Dubli story. Now, you've been invited here by someone that has really got your best interest at heart, and they wanted you to take a look at some information so that you can determine what we're doing, if it has value for you and your family. My job is to make sure that I'm able to give you the information in as professional a manner as I can so that you have that information available to you. So first of all, a couple of things I want to make note of. Number one is tonight I'm going to give you a little bit of history on Doubly. I'm going to talk a little bit about the management team that is guiding the company, the management team that is running the company, the offering to the public, which is from my perspective the most important piece because it's the underpinning for the business, but it's also the critical part of Doubly because it's a true retail offering to the consumer. And then we'll talk about a little bit about the income side because that's really the reason that a lot of us have looked at and chosen to engage with Doubly. Now the other thing that I want to do is make sure that you understand that my expectation is that you've already had a overview of the Doubly offering to the public from Dubli.com, what we consider the retail side of our business. I'm going to hit the high points, but it really is important that you understand the true offering, the details of it. And if for some reason you've not had that tour, then please get back to inviting you on the presentation and ask them to give you a tour because, again, that is very, very important. Now, as we begin the information for tonight, there's one other thing I want to mention to you, and that is if you're going to engage in a business, any kind of a business, and you really want to know that you're engaging in an industry that has got significant growth, an industry that's going to allow you to have an opportunity to take advantage of that growth, take advantage of what's going on within the so-called industry. What we're positioned in is what is considered the e-commerce industry. Now these figures are from eMarketer. They're basically showing you what took place from 2012 through the close of 2016 and a forecast for 2017. And you're going to notice this is all around the world. And it basically is showing from 2012 to 2016, e-commerce business double, going from roughly $1 trillion to over $2 trillion in sales. Now we all know, we've seen the reports, the brick and mortar world, the stores that are closing and the retail chains that are converting over to online marketing. And so this for us is great news because that means what we're doing in terms of positioning ourselves with Doubly, if you choose to do so, is you're positioning yourself in a world where the growth, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, this is just the very beginning. And from here, it will flat explode as we move forwards and more technology comes to pass. Now, what we'll talk about here in a moment is the offering to the public, which I mentioned before is the most important piece. And that is what Doubly offers the consumer, both in terms of shopping and the travel and communications and all those pieces that are essential to people in their lives. It's what they have to do. It's money they have to spend, regardless of what else is going on, and in their ability to try to make sure that the dollar that they spend, that they get the best value for it. But first of all, let's talk a little bit about the company so you have an understanding and a grounding about it. Now, the company was founded in June of 2003. The timeline here is very important. They went from 2003 to 2006 not generating a single dollar in sales. Everything about Doubly had to be built from the ground up. In other words, the software that needed to be put in place, the code that needed to be written, contracts that needed to be negotiated, people that needed to be hired, the whole plethora of things that needed to get this company up and running in a very significant way took them 3 years to do. In 2006, they felt good enough about what they had done, what they had accomplished, and put together at that point. They did a test in 4 German-speaking countries in Denmark. They ran that test for 2 more years. Now, this takes them, folks, to 2008. And in 2008, through the modifications they made, the enhancements they made, the changes they made, again, they felt good enough that they launched all of the EU, and it was in the fall of 2008 that they launched North America. As they expanded in 2009, adding the shopping mall, 2010, what I'm basically telling you is this. The company has spent 12 years. We are now 2017, so a little over 12 years, to develop a very significant model on a global basis that allows an individual to take advantage of their business, whether they're looking for it local, regional, or international. Now, on top of that, they are a publicly traded company, and they have a headquarters in Boca Raton, Florida, but they also have 8 regional offices around the world. So again, for those who are interested in being able to build a business on an international basis, the company is very, very well positioned to do that. You know, most people will recognize the fact that, you know, any kind of a startup company is going to generally fail within their first 3 to 5 years. Well, here's a company that's gone well past that. They spent the test of time, if you will, the financial resources necessary to get them to where they're at today. And you can rest assured, as a publicly traded company, and all of the information is readily available to you, they are positioned for some significant growth as we move forwards. Now, I mentioned that they were a publicly traded company, and as such, they have a board of directors. Now, I'm not going to go through each individual, both on the board as well as the operations people, because as a publicly traded company, all of you have access to be able to do your own due diligence. You can pull the backgrounds down on these people, see who they are, see the success they've had, know where they're coming from. All I will say is, when you look at the board of directors, these are all ex-presidents, ex-CEOs of companies. These are people that have been very successful, great credentials, and it's the group that is the leadership group that is guiding the company, moving them in the direction that Michael Hansen, who's also on the board, and he is the founder of Dubli. I refer to him as the brainchild behind this, to make sure that the company is moving in the direction that Michael originally established, and it's his vision and his goal that they're supposed to execute on. Now, the bottom line is operations people. These are the people that are running the business on a day-to-day basis. Dubli has spent a great number of years reaching out to companies to find the right people, to put them in a place that they currently hold today. And they went to companies like Microsoft and Groupon, Living Social, some of the big online security companies. I mean, major corporations, to make sure that they had the right people in the right job. So again, you can do your own due diligence. You can check any of these folks out and know that Dubli has got the right people in place. In fact, when you do that, and I highly recommend you do, but when you do that, you're going to recognize the fact that this looks like a Fortune 100, Fortune 500 company. And it's exactly what this company needed to be able to move forward to do the things that Michael Hansen envisions happening. Now, again, you saw the history in terms of the length of time the company has been in business. You've seen the leadership guiding it. You've seen the management team that's running it. This is the offering to the public. This is the foundation. This is the base. This is upon which everything else will be built. It is the essentials that people do every single day of their lives. And here's Dubli's approach to the customer side of the business. Rather than trying to convince a customer to buy our product because it's a new formulation, or it's cheaper, it's stronger, it's taller, it's faster, whatever the sales pitch is, what Dubli says to the customer is this: buy from the stores you already trust. Buy the brands you already trust. Do it online. Do it through us once. Let us see if we can help you get it at a better price, a convenient way of buying an experience that you enjoy. And oh, by the way, if you do, we'll help you get it delivered to your home. And on top of the best deal that you can get, the best price you can get, Dubli will pay them cash back on top of that. They can't get going direct, doing exactly the same thing with the same source. And it doesn't matter if they're registered with the company, and as a customer they get some sort of a benefits, they get coupons, discounts, whatever they get, they're entitled to all of it, they get it all. Doesn't matter whose credit card they use. If they get a credit card that gives them frequent flyer miles cash back, they get it all. And again, they're getting the best deal. Nothing is being left behind for them. And Dubli pays them cash back. They cannot get, again, going direct to doing exactly the same thing, the same source. Now, they have already got tens and tens of thousands of brands. This is a global company. It's worldwide, over 1 billion products. There are literally specials, coupons, deals in the thousands that the stores, the factories have made available for Dubli customers. The more a customer uses their Dubli.com site, the more personalized it becomes. It recognizes their tastes, their likes, make sure that they have what they need. It's in multiple languages, multiple currencies, on a global single platform that is totally seamless. Folks, you need to, most people don't grasp what that means. To build this across the board in all the countries that Dubli does business in, is an amazing undertaking that anybody would want to take, and it's been incredibly expensive. But they have put it in place. The emails and newsletters customer gets are all personalized. They've employed what we call gamification, and that's an aspect that makes it fun and exciting for customers to use and earn some rewards. And they have the applications for the smartphones that will be coming out this coming month, and the SaveMate. So again, Doobly is wanting to make sure this is simple and easy for a customer. And they also recognize the fact that a lot of times customers get in a hurry and they forget. But if they've registered with Doobly one time and been able to then become a customer, and when the SaveMate is available, download the SaveMate, put it on their computer, they can go to MSN, they can go to Bing, they can go to Google, whatever the search engine is that they use. They can look for what they're looking for. It will remind them about their cash back, making sure they don't forget, making sure they can see what it is. All they do is they click on it, and so they will always be made aware that they have cash back available to them. So the customer doesn't ever have to come back to Doobly again. Now, with that, they can even go direct to the stores, whoever they're shopping with. It will pop up at the top. It will remind them, activate your cash back. One click, simple, easy, went to the store. Always, always, always will make sure that they're reminded so they don't leave anything on the table. With the apps as they come out, it'll be the same situation, simple, easy, quick to use, the ability to shop from your phones, to search from your phones, the support that you can get from your phones. It will all be simple, easy, user-friendly, and the same thing will apply, by the way, folks, is, you know, we're all human beings, and when we have something we really love, you have a tendency to want to tell others about it, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, whomever, because we want them to get the same deal, the same price, the same advantage that we have, especially if they're loved ones and people that we care about. And Doobly is going to make sure it's simple and easy for us to really say and share what we call the good news. The simplicity of it, from a customer standpoint, they sign up for free. You pick your store, you go shopping, and you earn your cash back. I mean, how simple can it be? And from a customer standpoint, there's 3 services that are available to them. Now, one is our basic customer. It's the free customer. They get everything I've just showed you. They get all of the cash back, all of the stores. The stackable deals basically means if you're registered with a store and already are a customer, you get all of their deals, all of their coupons, all of their specials, the same thing with a credit card, and you have all of that available to you. It's free. The premier customer is also free, cannot be bought. And that's where the gamification comes into play. Now, a basic customer is going to automatically be made a premier customer, which basically means they have the ability to earn up to twice the cash back. That's what it comes down to. But through gamification, you know, they're going to be able to stay there. It is simple and easy when you refer people, when you tell a little story about something you bought. It's going to be made so it's very, very much an enjoyable experience for the customer. The VIP Lounge is at $99 a year. It's the best deal for the customer, but Doobly allows the customers to experience the Dubli.com site, the experience, the significance of what it represents to them. Then they can make the decision to become a VIP customer. It's $99 a year. It's just like, you know, some of the stores that are out there where you have these membership fees, that type of thing. But this gets you everything a basic customer gets and a premier customer, and on top of that, the VIP customers get 6% additional cash back on top of everything else that they get. There's also some limited coupons and limited time coupons and specials and deals that are made available for VIP customers. The VIP membership will continue to have more and more value added to it. It's going to make it that much more stronger, and over the next 30, 60 days, the VIP customers are going to see a tremendous amount being added to their membership, which is going to go well and above and beyond just a mere $99 a year for that. So it's a very simple process for the consumer. And it's also very simple and easy for them to get the cash back. They can use PayPal to get it back and use it. They have the Doobly branded MasterCard. They can put it on the branded MasterCard, take it offline, go use it anywhere that the MasterCard is accepted. You can go buy cash with it. You can do all types of cash, buy gasoline with it, do whatever you want to do. Bitcoin, you can have it transferred to your bank account. You can put it in your bank. You can use it on your own debit cards. So again, it's been made to be incredibly user-friendly and simple and easy. Customers have already been using it for a while, and they're already getting the experience of it. Their customers getting $800, $1,000, $2,000 a year cash back. And quite frankly, if you look at just the $800 a year, who would not swap $99 for $800? All of us would do it every day if they would be willing to do it on a daily basis. So it is, again, it's a great deal. The customers are already experiencing it, and Dubli's already getting some rave reviews as far as that's concerned. Now, that's the foundation, folks. Dubli has a tremendous amount coming that will be added to what you just saw as additional benefits as we move forward for the consumer. This is where the company wanted to get first before they move forwards on a global basis, adding the additional values that they will be adding, the additional products and services that they will be adding. Now, from a business standpoint, those of us who've chosen to engage in the business, it's a remarkable business that we have the opportunity to make more money we've ever dreamed of by bringing value to customers and their families, not by trying to convince them to buy a product or service. It's to show them how they can continue to do what they do every day of their lives, but we're going to show them how they can do it through us initially and then bring great value to them. And on top of that, we have the opportunity to make a tremendous business from that. Now, there's 8 different ways that we have the ability to earn money in our business with Dubli. I am not going to go through the details of this. This is designed to be an overview of the business model. For those of you that have interest in the details here, please get back to invited you on the presentation, and they'll give you a complete training on it. They'll take you through the whole thing. But I want you to understand what is available here to you, and this is very, very important. Now, when somebody makes a decision they want to engage with Dubli, there's a couple of things you need to plan on doing. Number one, Dubli has our licensing agreement. It's $99. It's a one-time fee, and then we pay $39 annually as a renewal to stay in business. It's a pretty inexpensive way to run a business when you look at it from that perspective. But Dubli's also made some packages available to us who choose to get involved in the business that represent our ability to fulfill our business plans when we engage with Dubli. One of those packages is what we call our team member package. Now, it's $495. You get 6 of the VIP membership vouchers with that. So we're basically saying you're getting $600 worth of product, true product. Now, the new team member, that's the individual who's just engaging with Dubli, is going to use one of those vouchers for themselves because they want to be their own VIP customer. And they want to get all the benefits of a VIP customer like anybody else would. But they also will get paid as a business associate on their own purchase. So here's an opportunity where they actually have a chance to double dip, if you will. Then they're going to sell the other 5 off, and Dubli will assist them in doing that, by the way. So once they've sold the 5 off, they basically recoup their cost dollar for the member package as they get started, and now they move forwards in their business to develop a business. The other package that's available to us is what we call our Partner Program Accelerator package. We abbreviate it to PPA package. Now, this is designed, well, first of all, it's $2,475, but it's designed with a couple of people in mind. Number one is for the people who have already been in business for themselves, already been successful, made good money, have learned how to employ themselves, learn how to take care of customers, learn how to take care of their employee bases. Whatever line of endeavor you come from, it doesn't matter. But they're also the kind of individual that has the personality that says, I want to move quick, I want to move fast, I want to move through your ranks, if you will, your compensation. I want to maximize my income, make as much money as I can, and I want to leave as little on the table as I can. This is a package that type of individual will select. The other individual is going to be those who want to market partner programs. Everything I just showed you that was retail, Dubli.com, can be co-branded with a partner. It could be a profit company, a non-profit company. It could be a bank, it could be a school, it could be a church, it could be a charity of some fashion. And it's their brand that goes on it. They make a 30% commission on every commissionable dollar generated. So that's another individual. If they have contacts in the profit world, contacts in the non-profit world, they're going to want this package as well. It includes the $99 licensing fee, so they don't pay that separately. It includes 30 of the VIP memberships, so that's $3,000 in product, if you will. It includes the certification training, which is required before you can market the partner program to either profit or nonprofit companies. Even if somebody started with the $495 package and at some point decided they wanted to market partner programs, they still have to pay this $1,000. But it's included in this package, so there's no additional cost. It includes access to our, what we call our Dubli.com pages. These are landing pages that can be used to expose the value to their database. And it also gives you the opportunity to double the commission on the business building side coming out of the gate. The true value, when you add all of it up, is really $4,463, but they're getting it for $2,475. Again, designed for two people, the two that I just described. However you start, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. It just, you make the decision that's best for you. Now, on the earnings side, here's where that was number one. We earn between 20 and 30% commission on every commissionable dollar generated by our customers and referred customers. As we get started in the business, obviously we don't have any of our VIP customers yet, but as we are moving along in time, you get 9 VIP customers personal. Doesn't mean you have to personally enroll them. Can be referrals from your customers as well. Your percentage will move from 20 to 25% when you go to 10. When you have 20 or more VIP customers, you're earning 30%. And that is on every single transaction generated by your customers and referred customers globally. It's a very nice way to make some very handsome income. Here's just a real quick example. All it is, folks, is an example. It's not designed to be a guarantee of anything other than to show you what's potential here. This basically says over time, you pick the time frame, you have 100 customers, 80 are free, 20 are the VIPs. Doubly knows that the historical data shows that $150 was the average year cash back for a free customer. That was before Doubly had all of the products and services that were available for them. That number is going to get completely changed over the next 12 to 24 months, but we're going to work with the lowest number they ever saw. So if you do the math, 80 to 150, 30% commission is $3,600 as you see on the screen. VIPs, the same 150 on the free cash back. Do the math on that at 30%, it's $900, and they also earn a 20% commission on the $99 voucher. So that's how you see the $396. So that means they'll make a little under $5,000, $4,896 residual income, keyword residual income, off of a small little customer base like that. Very nice, very handsome. You can make the numbers look any way you want, but it's designed to give you just a quick snapshot. I want to give you just a quick idea of how we move through our ranks. I think it's important for you just to get a glimpse here, and it will reflect here in the rest of what I'm going to show you here very quickly. If you engage with Doubly, you become a business associate, which I sincerely hope you will. There will be a full training on this, so you get the basics down very quickly. But if you entered as a what we call a team member for $495, then you're going to give the title of team member. That's what TM stands for. Then once you've helped enroll 3 people who also become team members, you get your first promotion to team leader. That's what TL stands for. Duplicate it one more time. So in other words, you're helping your 3 people who are team members do the same thing you just did, so they become team leaders. You get another promotion to team coordinator. Let's do it one more time. So you're helping basically the 9 now enroll their 3, so the team members become team leaders. The 3 people you personally enroll that are team leaders become team coordinators. You get another promotion to sales director. That's what SD stands for. Now, it's a very simple process. If you are graphing it out, it's basically 3 people who enroll 3 for 9, who enroll 3 for 27. You're a sales director in a perfect world, which we do not live in, with 39 people. Most of our sales directors, when they get there, have between 50 and 300 people, because the business just grows what we call organically. Top 2 positions in our business are senior vice president and vice president. This is where it'll change a little bit. You need to have a minimum of 5 sales teams. Someplace in each sales team would need to be a sales director. In this case, you don't need to personally enroll them. They just need to be there someplace. And you're promoted to vice president. Same basic structure, minimum of 5 sales teams. Someplace needs to be a vice president down each one of those separate sales teams. Again, they don't need to be personally enrolled. And you're promoted to senior vice president. So that's the top position in our business. This is going to, you'll see how that applies now as I take you through the rest of the overview on the compensation side. Secondly, you now earn a 10% off the top fast start bonus on anybody you personally enroll. Now, if they buy the team member package for $495, we have what is called commissionable sales volume. It's $450 in the $495 package. 10% of that's $45. If they come in with the PPA package, the $2475, the commissionable sales volume, CVS volume, is $2250. So 10% is $225. So that's 10%. Then what they do is they'll take the full volume, and you can sponsor 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 people over time, doesn't matter. But for the sake of the Fast Start bonus, and this is what Doubly uses to ensure people can make some really good money quickly, because they know that people need to make some money quickly to pay bills, to have some money to invest in their business, but it also gives them confidence that they know they can do this. Well, they take that same teams that you've been building, 5, 10, 20, whatever it is, and for the sake of your Fast Start bonus, they're going to put it into what we call a binary. In other words, you're going to have a right team and a left team. You choose where they go. And just make a note on this. If you're making notes, this is the best way to do it. You earn another 10%. So if you personally enroll them, there's 10 there. The company's paying out. Here's another 10% on what we call your cycle bonus. And this is paid weekly, by the way, folks, so you can get some money really quick. Then what Doubly says is we want to reward people who are building and who want to move forwards and build a business. It doesn't matter if you're part-time or full-time. You're going to be compensated based on your time and effort. They will also pay you a 10% matching bonus on anyone you personally enrolled on their binary income check. So if one of your people earn $500, you earn $50. If they earn $1,000, you earn $100. Doesn't matter if you got 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, you get it all. Then based on your rank, like I just showed you as you move through, they pay generation bonuses, matching bonuses. This is not levels, folks. This is very significant. And it starts at the team leader level. So team leaders will earn 10% through what we call one generation. Team coordinators will earn 2 generations. Both of those are 10%. Sales directors will earn 3 generations, and this is of equal rank. So it's 2 10s and a 5. Vice presidents, senior vice presidents will earn 4 generations. The first 2 are 10, the last 2 are 5. Again, the only thing you need to make note of here, don't worry about needing to understand this, is just make note the company rewards what we call the Fast Start bonus side of our business very, very good money to help you develop your business so that you have what we call the luxury of time to build your residual income, which is why we're all here. This again is just showing you what I walked you through earlier, the ranks and how you got there. And then this is what we call your walk-away income, your golden parachute. I refer to it as your personal exit strategy. And this is based on your financial number, whatever it is, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000, whatever it is, your personal number that you want to know is there every single month, whether you work or don't work, is right here. And this is on your organizational customers globally. Now, I walked you through the ranks, and on this side of the compensation plan, there's 5% assigned each one of the ranks, 2.5% assigned to the senior vice president. So it works such as the team member has 5%, team leader picks up 5 for 10, aggregate of 10, team coordinator picks up 5% for 15, sales director 5 for 20, vice presidents 5 for 25, senior vice presidents 2.5 for 27.5%. That's the maximum payout on the company. We get paid what I call I refer to as a differential, meaning if you're a sales director, you're entitled to 20%. If one of your sales teams is headed up by a team coordinator at 15%, the differential is 5%. You earn 5% on every transactional dollar in that entire organization all the way to the bottom, regardless of how deep it runs. If it's a sales director at 20% and it's a team leader organization at 10%, the differential is 10. You earn 10% all the way to the bottom. Works the same way across the board. If you're a vice president at 25 and you got a team coordinator at 15, the difference is 10 all the way to the bottom. I think you kind of get an idea how that works. Now, as you build your business, you will have equal ranking people in your teams until you advance to the next new rank. And when that happens, we have generation bonuses paid there as well. And it starts at the team coordinator level. So if you're a team coordinator and you have a team coordinator in your group, you're going to earn a 2% override on that entire organization to the bottom, folks. Sales directors, 2 generations, 2 and 1. Vice presidents, 3 generations, 2 and 1. Senior vice presidents, 2 generations, 1.5 and 1. Now, folks, don't get confused or don't misunderstand these percentages and think they're small. You don't take percentages to the bank. You take dollars and cents. When you've got an organization that is literally creating millions of transactions, just like the banks and the credit card companies that make billions of dollars annually on credit card transaction fees, they don't care where we use our credit cards. They just want us using the credit cards that they issue to us, so they get the quarter cent, the half cent, the cent, whatever they earn on those transaction fees, and it's billions of dollars annually to them. So when you've got here literally the ability to have millions of transactions being generated weekly, again, it doesn't matter if you're talking about pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, dollars. You're talking about an unprecedented revenue stream that's going to allow you a lifestyle for you and your family that's unprecedented. Here's a quick example. This is an organization of only 100 business associates with only 30 VIP customers. I'm sorry, 30 customers. 20 are free, 10 are VIP. This is basically the math extension through the memberships, the free percentage. Here's the $150 I showed you earlier. So you'd earn a little under $55,000 residual income every year with an organization of 100 based on those numbers. If you built an organization over time of 1,000, this is your number. It's a little over $500,000. That's residual income. Doubly is also going to also make sure that you've got all of the tools you need, very professional, classy materials for both online, offline marketing. They're going to make sure that you've got the training in place. The academy's coming online with the ability to teach you how to run a business, run your Doubly business, give you the tools that you need. They're already talking about Doubly. There's already been some interviews done on Fox Business, on Network Commerce. So you will hear people talking about Doubly. And the last piece I want to mention is the BSP Partner Program. This is the profit nonprofit program. And just like I showed you, Doubly.com and Doubly's logo, the partner logo goes in place of Doubly. And again, it could be a bank, a church, a school, a charity, doesn't matter. They're earning that 30% revenue stream. This is, again, an example, just an example. This is a partner that's got a small group of 10,000 customers, and I think those of you that are familiar with partners and you know, profit companies and nonprofit companies, their databases can be in hundreds of thousands or millions. But this has its 10,000 customers, same 80-20 rule, 80% are free, 20% are VIPs. This is the same math extension, folks. So this partner is going to earn a little over $500,000 residual for the year on their database of 10,000 customers. The business associate who enrolled the partner, the minimum a business associate will earn is 10%. They would earn $169,800, just a little under $170,000 on the same money, same volume that this partner earned $500,000. So you can see there's a very powerful opportunity there for people that know both profit and nonprofit companies. What you choose is up to you. Team member package, the partner program, accelerator package, whatever fits your business plan, excuse me, you pick it. Just get started so you can take advantage of the opportunity that presents itself before you. Let me wrap this up this way. My background before I got involved in the direct sales industry was retail. I was educated and trained in the retail, worked for a precursor to Walmart as a regional chain. I got educated in that world. I was there when Walmart came on the scene. They were out in the rural area, weren't in the cities yet, and ultimately they became the giant that they are today. I've read the books, I've seen the books on Sam Walton and Walmart and how they changed the dynamics of the public forever. I firmly believe there will be books written on the Doubly business model, how again the dynamics of the public will get changed in a very significant way, but on a global basis. So this is not just about an opportunity for you to engage in a business that will change your lives and your family's lives. It's also the opportunity to be part of history in the making. That's why I say at the beginning of the presentation, for me, it is a privilege and it is a pleasure. to be able to share what I call the Dubli story. Folks, please get back to who invited you on the presentation. If you have questions, ask them the questions, let them get you the facts, the information that you need so you can make a good decision. But whatever you do, please don't let this opportunity get by you, because in the future, you cannot say you weren't told. You were told tonight. Again, my name is Dean Manheimer. It is a privilege. It is a pleasure. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.